Next week, McClay senior golfer Ellie Jane Reiner makes the trip down to the Mission Inn Resort and Club for the Class 1A state championship. It's a trip she has worked hard for and the perfect ending to a stellar career as a Marauder. Ellie Jane Reiner, our Scholar Athlete of the Week. Golf is far from a game of perfection. But when it comes to local rain, McClay senior Ellie Jane Reiner is pretty close.
Coming into my senior year, I didn't really know what to expect scoring-wise, and then I just worked as hard as I could and played really good and kept it fun, and I think that helped a lot too.
Winning most certainly helps. Ellie Jane lost just one match all season before finishing second at regionals, a finish that sealed up a spot in next week's Class 1A state championships.
It's really the cherry on top getting out of my high school career.
It's a result of the work she's put in.
She doesn't miss a day, whether that is training with her swing coach or her putting coach, going out and playing. She plays all around the city.
It was really important to leave a good expectation of what a golfer is to my team because I'm going to be leaving them, obviously, so I definitely want them to represent McClay next year and then future years very well.
And as good as she is on the greens, she's just as good in the classroom. Ellie Jane has a 4.46 GPA.
There's a lot of sacrifices that I've made. You know, I've skipped out hanging out with my friends or going to certain places just so that I do my schoolwork and get ahead.
She's dedicated, and she knows that in order to excel out here on the course, she's got to be strong in school. She has set the bar every year with her work ethic.
A strong finish to her senior season is what she's dedicated to now.
Play as good as I can, and whatever happens, happens.
That's just perfect because she knows we're not chasing perfection. We're wanting to be the best self that we can be, and I know she's going to do that next week.
And that's a hole-in-one. Not wanting to go out on the course with Ellie Jane, just putting that out.
No, you're not going to.
No, she would whoop me. She's so good. I'm super happy for her. And she's got a really busy week next week because she'll be at state Tuesday and Wednesday. And then she signs to the University of North Georgia on Thursday. Everyone has a story, motivation as to why they are where they are. For Godby High School senior Zanaya Andrews, it was basketball and the drive to make herself better. That's the reason why she is where she is today. Zanaya Andrews, our Scholar Athlete of the Week. It's not always about where you've been, but where you're going. But for Godby senior Zanaya Andrews, it's her past that's made her who she is today.
I was born here and I moved to New York probably like when I was about 6 or 7. I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere with basketball up there. So I just wanted a new environment.
A new environment that welcomed her with open arms.
I came into the first day of tryouts, and of course, you know, there's just always somebody that stands out. And I knew that she was not a returner. I'm like, who is this kid? And she had a whole different swag about herself.
Now a 3-year varsity veteran, Zanaya is averaging just over 9 points per game for the Lady Cougars.
She revs up her teammates, she revs up, you know, herself. She's just a big, huge impact player for this team.
But her biggest impact, showing that with a little determination, you can do anything. A student with a 2.7 GPA 3 years ago, Zanaya is now a straight A student, boasting a 3.3 GPA, all while taking classes to become EMT certified.
Once I started having a relationship with God, he really made me make my focus better and make me go on the right path.
Her parents stand behind her. We just wanted to be that added village. She said, I'm going to do this. I want to be a student athlete, and before I leave here, I want to leave the mark to show people what I am truly as a student, and she's done that.
And it's that legacy Zanaya wants to leave behind.
She truly is the epitome of hard work paying off. She sees that, hey, I did this work, and now I'm reaping the benefits.
I want my name to be remembered as me being number 3 on Godby. I knew I could do it. I just had to put my mind and my focus to it.
A product of where she's been, with the focus on what's to come. Now, Zanaya said she does want to play basketball in college. She said she wants to major in criminal justice. She wants to be a lawyer or a judge one day. And if she passes that test at the end of high school, she'll be EMT certified as well. The Brookwood football team is 2-3 as they turn their attention towards region play and winning their 4th straight region title. A big part of the Warriors' success, quarterback Raj Waldrip, who's looking for a big finish in his final season. Raj Waldrip, our Scholar Athlete of the Week. If there's one thing you can count on from the Brookwood Warriors, it's Raj Waldrip slinging it on Friday nights.
He's one of the most competitive players you'll ever meet, and when you got talent, it meets competitiveness.
you know, you got a shot.
The 6'5" quarterback has thrown for nearly 1,200 yards through 5 games this season. And in now his 4th year as a varsity athlete, Raj has broken nearly half a dozen school records.
It's cool to think about, you know, just having those accomplishments, you know, knowing that they're there. I see it as just trying to get better day by day.
He's going to show up first, and he's going to leave last and put in all the work that's necessary, and I'm so proud of him for that.
And while the individual stats are nice, Raj wants more.
Trying to finish this year out with a state championship and doing the most I can personally.
The Warriors have won 3 straight region titles, and they reached the semifinals of the state playoffs last season. And as hard as he's working on the field, Raj gets it done in the classroom too. He has a 3.95 GPA.
More than the talent, he's just so hungry for success. I mean, you see that in all the sports. You see it in the classroom. He's had to work his tail off to make that happen.
Knowing not only out here, but that I have academics in the back of my hand, just knowing that I have a good GPA, you know, it's going to help me in college.
But before all that, he's got business to finish at Brookwood.
It's not really a lot of pressure, but I mean, it's definitely like, I see it as a challenge. It's been a fun ride. I mean, I'm just enjoying it day by day.
And at the end of the day, hopefully, there's a lot more to celebrate. And I think the most impressive thing about Raj, he's a multi-sport athlete. I mean, he plays football, basketball, baseball, dabbles in golf for Brookwood. Dabbles in golf. He wants to play football in college, but he's got a chance to play baseball too. So not only does he play multiple sports, he's really good at multiple sports.
Wow. Yeah, can't go wrong with the future there.
No, pre-med or business major too.
No
So
free
smart.
time there. Congratulations, Tim. Thanks for watching.
The Valwood volleyball team is just 2 wins away from winning their 3rd state title in the past 4 seasons. And senior Kaylee Collins has been there every step of the way. And winning another ring her senior year isn't something she's opposed to. Kaylee Collins, our Scholar Athlete of the Week. Since her 8th grade season, Kaylee Collins has been a force on the Valwood volleyball team.
She's self-motivated, she's driven, she holds kids accountable.
And the proof is in the results. 2 state championships, and Kaylee and the Valiants are now 2 wins away from their 3rd title in the past 4 years.
I want it bad. I want a 3P. I'm still in the moment. I gotta work right now so I can get there, but it would be amazing.
And her senior season means a little bit more because she had to work to make it happen.
I tore my ACL in January, the last week of January during basketball season.
She did the rehab like she was supposed to. She was up here doing strength and conditioning every day. She was determined that she was going to be back for her senior season.
Pushing through it really was mentally tough, but I knew that I wanted to be back on the court, so it was something that I had to do.
She's made it count. Kaylee is ranked top 10 in the GIAA for kills and top 30 in blocks, digs, and aces.
When I got back on the court, everything just kind of like snapped back into place.
She shows that same work ethic in the classroom, where Kaylee has a 4.5 GPA.
She has taken the most rigorous course load that we have here at Valwood School and has maintained a perfect GPA. It's just incredible how she manages to do it all.
When I just put my priorities on top, going to church, going to school, and then really just trying my best at my sport.
And impacting her younger teammates. A big priority too.
As a senior, it's my last time for most of these things, and one day they're going to be a senior and they're going to want the freshmen, they want them to try their best. So I really push them mentally, physically, and just encouraging them is the biggest thing ever.
Pushing them all the way to another state title is a good way to finish. So excited for her. And Valwood and Kaylee play Friday in the AAA state semifinals. So good luck. Get that 3rd ring. And then she wants to play in college, hasn't figured it out just yet. She wants to be a dentist, though, so maybe she'll be working on her teeth in the future.
There you go.
The list of accomplishments for Leon High School's Patrick Kuhn is pretty lengthy. 4 state championships, 2 in the 3,200 meter in track, 2 in cross country. He's shattered course records, set state records, and found himself among the nation's best. And he's not done yet. Patrick Kuhn, our very first Scholar Athlete of the Week of the school year. When it comes to high school cross country, you'll find few better than Leon High School's Patrick Kuhn.
He's very hungry, and he's very motivated, and he's dedicated to the sport. And just the combination of all those things makes him great.
And Patrick has a chance to be one of the greatest ever. The Lions senior has won the last 2 3A state titles, win this year, and he'll be just the 6th guy ever in the state of Florida to win 3 in a row.
I don't really view it as much of a pressure. I just kind of enjoy it and, have fun with the sport. I think if you're viewing it as too much pressure, it can kind of get in the way of why you do it in the first place.
It doesn't help to worry about anything. It helps to be carefree and just go and run.
And run he has. Along with those 2 cross-country state titles, Patrick has won 2 state championships in track. He's etched his way into the high school record books at national meets as well. A legacy he's proud of, and one he hopes to grow.
I'll have a substitute teacher and they'll be like, oh, I recognize your name, you're that runner. They can start, following the sport a little bit more, and I think that's ultimately one of the good things about being in this sport and helping to grow it.
But as recognizable as he is on the running circuit, Patrick's made a name for himself in the classroom too. He's ranked #1 in his senior class with a 4.7 GPA.
He worked hard to get where he is in running. He works hard in the classroom. He works hard out in the community, all his extracurricular activities. I mean, he's just a driven person.
You got to strive for excellence in all areas, and that's ultimately what I try to do in academics and athletics and everything I take part in.
Excellence Patrick looks to continue through his final season.
Take it one day at a time and know that there's a lot of great runners in the state, and you got to, nothing's ever taken for granted.
One day at a time, and taking it all in along the way. I don't know what your GPA was in high school, but mine was not a 4.7.
It wasn't quite 4.7.
It wasn't quite that. No. Patrick said he wants to study public policy and economics, maybe go to law school. Long-term goal, maybe becoming a federal judge.